Alright, so hopefully I look the part. Oh, hey! So guys, I really had to dress the part, and I promise that Chadwick Von Snoobury will be kept in check, okay? But I really want to dress the part and just have some fun with this video because of the name itself. So we're going to be talking about Tommy Hilfiger's Tommy Eau de Prep, and I have a special guest. So if you want to find out our thoughts, stay tuned and watch. So if this is your first time coming across this beautiful bald-headed bastard and you like this type of content, someone who's sarcastic, laid back, and likes to have fun and really does not take himself to this channel nor this hobby too seriously, then please subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. So, my guest today is the Professor, one of my closest friends, and this guy is the Professor, but he's really a professor. I just call him the Professor because that's my bro. That's my sister for life. And that person is Mr. Redolessence. So we're going to be talking about a fragrance that came out in 2011, and that is Tommy Hilfiger's Tommy Eau de Prep. But before I give you my thoughts, Steven, why don't you give us yours?
Hey ladies and gentlemen, Steven here from the YouTube channel Redolessence, and I just want to start things off by giving a very special thank you to my friend Chad for wanting me to be a part of this collaboration. So some time ago, Chad from the channel A Gentleman's Journey reached out to me and he said, "Hey Steven, I've been looking to do more Tommy Hilfiger reviews on my channel. Here's a fragrance that has sort of flown under the radar. It came out back in 2011 and it's found fairly inexpensively online." He said, "If you don't mind making the blind buy," he even offered to purchase a bottle for me, and I said, "No thank you, Chad. I am a collector, so whenever I do get to add a fragrance to my collection, it's usually a good day for me, whether I like the fragrance or not." And so I went ahead. I think I purchased this one on Amazon Prime. It was like $20 or $25. It was really inexpensive, and sure enough, this is a fragrance that has been around for a very long time now. So this has been around, if I'm not mistaken, since 2011. Obviously, this is the men's version. There is a women's counterpart called Eau de Prep Tommy Girl. So this is just called Eau de Prep Tommy. So there's a subtle variation in the name, but I think in terms of the overall presentation, there's a different color palette. So this one looks presumably to some a little bit more masculine. But anyway, we're here for the smell, so that's what I'm going to be giving you my opinion on. So this fragrance opens up very fresh. I looked at the note breakdown and there is a note of grapefruit in there. And it's a grapefruit used in combination with a juniper berry note. Now, I don't have good experience with juniper berry. A lot of the fragrances that contain it, kind of like Dark Rebel Rider by John Varvatos, and then of course there's also Perry Ellis 360 for Men, the one in the phallic looking bottle with the blue liquid on the inside. Those come across very astringent to me. Now, natural juniper berry smells quite good. It gives off a woodsy aroma. I find it very appealing, very meditative, very grounding. However, when it's used in this synthetic counterpart, it's not as appealing to me, and I think that that's one of the reasons why I didn't really overly enjoy K by Dolce & Gabbana, which is a fragrance that came out late last year in 2019. In the case of this one, it is the variety of juniper berry that I really don't care for. Now, there are some woodsy nuances. I know it's not listed as an O, but I also pick up on a little bit of musk, and so it's this clean, citrusy, musky fragrance with a little bit of a woodsy backbone, and I do think that given the vibe that they were going for in creating this fragrance to appeal to somebody who would presumably be sailing on a yacht, or it kind of appeals to that type of clientele, I think that they executed it rather well. However, I think despite it having this preppy vibe, at the same time, it's not really complex. It's not a really interesting fragrance, and the perfumer for this one is Rodrigo Flores Ruch, who I met in person several times. He's an amazing individual, took the time to chat with me and everything. And so this one, and I know he's also kind of the in-house perfumer for John Varvatos, but when creating this fragrance, I was actually able to compare it to another fragrance that is also by John Varvatos, and it's the one in the very tall bottle, really interesting apparatus on the cap. I believe it's Star USA. Don't quote me on that. I own it. I just happen to not be remembering the name at the moment, but I believe it's Star USA. And I'm really not a fan of that fragrance. I think it's very simply constructed. It's rather boring, and I believe a lot of the ingredients used in it are nondescript. And I feel like this kind of does the same thing. Now, don't get me wrong. I actually did wear this to work on a number of occasions. It did fit really well. I felt comfortable. At no point did I feel like I smelled boring or that I stunk or anything like that. And so I did enjoy the smell, but it's not one that really interested me, and I didn't smell of high quality. And I would typically go for something that's a little bit more enriching, a little bit more complex, but nonetheless, this is a very safe citrusy, woodsy scent with a little bit of juniper to kind of set things off. And if you're a fan of like K by Dolce & Gabbana or Perry Ellis 360 for men or those types of fragrances, I would definitely recommend that you go out there and you check this one out. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much, Chad, for allowing me to be a part of your channel. I really do appreciate it. I always love adding fragrances to my collection. And so thank you for introducing me to this one, and thank you for suggesting that I purchase it. Despite the fact that it doesn't entirely appeal to my personal taste, I'm still happy to have it be a part of my collection. Thanks again.
Yeah. Okay, you know, Steven, I told you to please dress the part. Dress a little preppy, and then you just dress like that. Why do I have to make myself look like the idiot? Oh, that's right, because you're way smarter than I am. Okay, for this video, I gotta take off these glasses. It's really starting to hurt my eyes. Alright, so Tommy Hilfiger Tommy Odor Prep was launched in 2011. As I stated, the notes according to Fragrantica. The top notes are grapefruit and clary sage, with the mid-being green notes, geranium, lavender, pepper, and juniper, with the base being oak moss, amber, and suede. Before I break it down as to what I get, this is marketed as a fragrance for a young person that goes from the country club to the yacht. So what you're thinking is that just from the marketing, this is going to be expensive. This is going to smell luxurious. No. What I get is I get a short-lived citrus that is quickly overtaken by the lavender and the woods. I do get a green undertone vibe, but that's pretty much it. I don't get the amber. I don't get the suede. I don't get the geranium. This scent is fresh, clean, and I like those types of fragrances, but it's kind of boring. This fragrance is not for the polo club. It's not for the yacht. What it is for school, day-to-day casual. You could wear it to the beach, you could wear it to a pool party. So seasons, summer and spring. Longevity, oh boy, this sucked. Longevity, 3 to 4 hours, and projection was more so on the milder side. So you definitely are paying for what you're getting. Tommy Hilfiger is quite inexpensive. This is $20 to $25 Canadian or less. I think it's going on clearance right now for like $18 USD. So I think they're just trying to get rid of whatever's in stock. Wife thoughts this one. Wife thinks it's okay, but nothing special. She just gets a clean, fresh lavender with a little bit of the woods. That's it. So my final take on Tommy Hilfiger Tommy Eau de Prep. Is it really Eau de Prep? No, it's really just a casual, laid-back scent. It's not for the polo club, it's not for any kind of club, and it's certainly not for the yacht out there. I originally thought it had a bit of a preppy vibe, but as I started to wear it, no. It's a very casual, youthful type of scent that's very economical. The performance sucks, however, and what I do like about it is that it smells okay. But I do like that price tag. I'm all about being a cheap son of a bitch. But even I kind of wasted my money. And the rating out of 5, 2.5 out of 5. I would not recommend this one. If you want something that's budget friendly and just gonna last you for a few hours, then by all means, but I don't. So guys, that is my take, and more importantly, the Professor Steven's take on Tommy Hilfiger Tommy Eau de Prep.
Thanks again for everything, Chad. Reach out to me whenever you want. It's always a pleasure to chat with you. Thank you all at home for watching this video. I really do appreciate it, and we'll see you next time. Bye.